Hey everyone, I'm back for the summer, well, at least until August 2nd, which then I'll be in South Carolina for a little bit. So chances are you won't be seeing a video in August at all. June was hectic. I turned 16, so I had my like sweet 16 thing on the day of. It was kind of really simple, and I don't mind that. And yeah, the dinner thing isn't going to be until in July this month, so don't expect a video on that day or the day after. Really, what I want to talk about, besides that quick little update, is actually something a friend of mine and I were discussing because I remember last year on the book list for AP English, this is for the 11th graders, not 12, because there's two different AP courses. But the book on the list was Dracula, which was good because I had it. And this year, the book changed, which is odd because I remember in freshman year as well that it was also Dracula. Now, I know it seems odd, like, why am I mentioning this? Well, let's just say this is a little piece of advice. For every English student, do not, I don't care if you're a freshman, sophomore, junior, or senior, do not bring up SparkNote. Because then, if a majority of classes do it, odds are, like 95% chance, the book's going to change, and it will be a lot longer, a lot harder to find, unless if you already have a copy, and it's not going to be found on SparkNote. Yes. See, the issue was sophomore year, nobody really read the books. Like, I'll admit I only used SparkNotes with one book, and that was because it was so unbelievably dry, and the dialect constantly changed. Well, yeah, the dialect kind of screwed me over, and it was not a fun book. I'm sure you can already guess what book I'm talking about. If you're in high school, you've probably read it because it's assigned reading. I'm talking about The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn by Mark Twain. And the fact that SparkNotes, you can pretty much SparkNote any book that is on the English Lit curriculum. The downside is that nobody can now SparkNote The Pillars of the Earth. I've tried looking through the T's and the P's, nothing. Which sucks because my book has yet to arrive, which is putting me extremely on edge because I have to read over 1,000 pages before heading to South Carolina, and I have to do AP U.S. history work, which is reading. Hang on, let me show you. Is reading this Mama Jama right here. Freaking thick as fuck. The first 4 chapters of the textbook, with a little bit on the 5th, and answer 16 questions, so approximately 4 per chapter, which is logical, it's fair, but it doesn't help that the English book changed from Bram Stoker's Dracula, which, by the way, best book ever, to The Pillars of the Earth, which I have no opinion on, as I have not read it, and my nerves are kind of on edge, as it has not arrived yet, and my parents ordered it for me sometime in June. I'm not happy on that. So, Pillars of the Earth equals... But, yeah, do not ever bring up SparkNotes. And if a majority of classes, which was most likely the case, because my friend and I were like, I think it's my English class that caused it. but we found out really when we put two and two together that it was pretty much everyone brought up SparkNotes and had not read the book. So obviously probably a lot of English grades were shitty. Pretty shitty. But it was probably around the Huck Finn book, so... But if you SparkNote for every book, one, not all the books are that hard. I do not know about To Kill a Mockingbird, as we got a choice in my class between To Kill a Mockingbird and The Great Gatsby. Obviously, we chose The Great Gatsby in a 1-out vote, which was amazing. But, yeah. Don't SparkNote every book in your English class. I mean, unless if you're having serious difficulties or you want just a brief overview to see what the book's going to be like when you find out the curriculum, well, one, you can either use YouTube, which, by the way, there's this awesome thing that's kind of funny, ThugNotes. I'm going to probably do some links in the doobly-doo. Well, but, SparkNotes, and these are tools to help for students. SparkNotes. ThugNotes, which is a video series on YouTube. They're on summer vacay right now and won't be posting new videos until the 15th of this month. But they're very good. Pretty much breaking the plot down to a point where it's actually understandable. Then you have the Crash Course Literature series that is done with John Green. That also breaks it down. I will admit I used that to help me with some winter, I think it was winter or spring break. One of the breaks, it was spring break, we had to read The Catcher in the Rye. I used Crash Course to help me with it, as, let's face it, that book was boring as fuck. But I'm a girl, and a teenage girl at that, so my opinion on that book is probably worthless. Guys probably relate to it better, but... So, moral of the story, never bring up SparkNotes unless you want your book for summer to change from Dracula, which is only a, I think, 900 or something page book, to fucking Pillars of the Earth, obscure, very probably recent, I can't remember the date when I looked it up, of publication, and you can't find it on SparkNote. I was hoping to find at least a brief plot overview or some symbol shit that was going to probably pop up, but yeah, that failed. But anybody watching this video, if you've read Pillars of the Earth, please do me a favor. Do any English student really a favor. Please. SparkNotes is a very, actually, good literary source that I only use when I'm really, really confused on a book. In fact, I have it in a folder on my tab for education, along with several other things. But SparkNotes is a useful tool that does get taken advantage of a lot. And yes, I know I've talked a lot about SparkNotes and a lot about books in general. But yeah, that was the point, and I will be posting another video following this, literally following this, on a subject that kind of has to do with what's coming up. But yeah, look for the next one. Bye. Bye.